Yes, Hairless here. Today we have a slightly different one, as I'm receiving more requests from people and discovering new music and different versions of songs, particularly a cappella music through Pentatonix and Home Free, for example. It got me thinking about these different versions and if any one version truly is better than another version. There's not one bit of music in the world that everyone will like, and similarly there's not one bit of music in the world that everyone will dislike. And this request, this was actually given to me by my dad, and it is Gaudete by Steeleye Span. I told him that I have actually heard this version before, but they have multiple versions. I came onto YouTube. This is the version that I had heard before. I'm not sure exactly when it was from.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
I did, however, find a version from 1974. Steeleye Span, they were formed in 1969. They're a British folk band. When I said to my dad, I think I know that version, they sing in a weird accent, right, like a Cockney accent, he replied saying West Country. I guess we'll find out, because on Wikipedia it does say they're from London. If anyone knows otherwise, please let me know. So we'll be reacting to the 1974 performance. And it reminded me of another version of Gaudete. Now Gaudete, extremely famous medieval carol. It's very recognizable. The harmonies are great. It sounds a bit weird. There's just something about it. It just has this aura that makes it so memorable. And it got me thinking about a version by the King's Singers. So we'll see that version afterwards. But in summary, the King's Singers are absolute masters of true live close harmony performance. One of the best in the world. Their live performances are always so polished and pristine. The name came to me earlier, a Christmas comparison. So I think I'll react to this one, then we'll listen to the King's Singers one and just have a quick discussion on how two things that are so different but are also so similar can have a similar effect or different effect. And I'll be very interested to know what other people's thoughts are as well on each version. So without further ado, this is Gaudete, Steeleye Span, live from 1974.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, depus adis pretiae hoc adoptabamus, cum in latentiae debutera damus. Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Right, so from that you can get a gist of what this song is about. I wasn't around in 1974, not for quite a while afterwards, so I'm quite fascinated by the presentation here. They're all perfectly still, hand or hands to their ears. Now, are they holding some kind of headphones to their ears to be able to hear the others, or is it more the fact that they're fully engaged with the performance, completely in the zone? I also found it interesting how at the start it's the drummer giving a beat and then he does nothing more. He sits and he's not part of this a cappella performance.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus.
It's a very raw performance, and you'll see compared to the King's Singers, which is polished, pristine are the words I used earlier, I think. It's raw. Each part really stands out because it's not perfectly in tune, it isn't. But I think that's what makes this performance really quite alluring. The lyrics of this are along the lines of rejoice, God has become man in the form of Jesus Christ, salvation has been found, we greet on you King. Alright, let's carry on.
Mundus renovatus est Christo regnante.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Anyone not from the UK, if you're watching this, let me know what your thoughts are on this accent. You know, it's like Ex Maria Virgine Gaudete. If you're familiar with Pentatonix, it's also one female and four males, but one of their males has a voice that could pass as a female's voice, a singing voice. Here, that's not the case, so her voice is entirely separate from them. It's really, really distinctive. I think it makes her initial entry quite powerful because it starts with the men.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Benedicat Dominus, salus Regi nostrum.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And that open fifth at the end, so there's no determines whether it's major, happy or minor, sad. I thought those images of the drummer were quite powerful, especially how he gave the cue at the beginning and how he sit there head down, completely respecting their performance and, you know, probably immersing himself in it as well. Right, so that's the Steeleye Span version. Now to King Singer's version. This video is from 2012. This performance is a semitone apart, so the starting note is just one step different. I think at the end we can just appreciate the two different versions for what they are.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Tempus ad gratiae hac adaptabamus, carmina letitiae devote legamus.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Deus homo factus est natura mirante, modus renovatus est a Christo regnante.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Ezecheris Petram Sedentur, unde lux est nomos salus invenitur.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Ego nostro conscius salutiam nostro, benedicat Domino salus veti nostro.
Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete. Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Well, nice and short that one, but yeah, you can see the difference. The arrangements are different as well. There's variety in this King Singers one, unlike in Steeleye Span. Technically as well, the King Singers version is more complex. And I just find it interesting, to me, they both create the same feeling in me. You know how certain bits of music create a certain feeling in you? Both of them, it's very, very similar to me, and I don't think I know why that is. In both of them actually, I found myself focusing on a different part. In the King Singers one, I find myself focusing on the second part down, which is the
Gaudete, Christus es natus, ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
whereas in the Steeleye Span version,
Virgine, Gaudete, 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 Christus es natus,
no, it's changed.
ex Maria Virgine, Gaudete.
Cool, well, that's that one. Gaudete, I'm sure there are thousands and thousands of different versions out there by so many different artists. It's a very old, very well-known, very interesting carol. Two very different performances there in terms of tuning, how polished they were, the arrangements, yet they were also so similar. With me, they managed to evoke a similar feeling, which I do think is quite interesting, really. You probably preferred one version to the other, whichever one that might be, and I'd also be interested to know if they evoke similar feelings for you. Bit of a different one today. We'll resume with our usual reactions and analyses for the rest of the festive period. As always, thank you for watching. We'd appreciate a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.